Good morning students and welcome back to your science lecture. Today also we will learn class 7 science chapter number 6, that is physical and chemical changes. And under this chapter we have learned many types of physical and chemical changes. And in our last lecture we have discussed about the importance of chemical changes, and again we have discussed what happened, what we get during the chemical reaction or chemical changes. Yes. So in this topic we will discuss or we will learn about rusting of iron again. Again we will discuss about the rusting of iron and about its prevention. About the prevention of rusting of iron. That is very important, that we will discuss here. But before starting this topic, we will discuss very important thing, that is about the ozone layer. Ozone layer of our atmosphere. So what is that ozone layer? In our atmosphere, ozone layer is present, that you know very well. And what is that ozone layer? You must heard about that ozone layer. And this ozone layer is our protective shield. It is as our protective shield. And why it is called as a protective shield, that we will see here. We know that student, that ultraviolet rays of our suns which are coming from sun, if we will come in contact with that ultraviolet rays directly, it cause damage to us, and these are very harmful to us. But due to this ozone layer, always we get protected from that harmful ultraviolet rays. So why it is called as a protective shield? Because that ozone layer, and what is meant by that ozone? Ozone is one type of gas. This is one of the gas that is having chemical formula O3, and it is very different from the oxygen. Oxygen is different and ozone is different. Yes. So it is one of the isotope of the oxygen. It is having different type of property also. So that ozone layer, what it do, when the ultraviolet rays come from the sun towards the earth's surface, in between ozone layer is there, ozone layer is present, and this ozone layer absorb that ultraviolet rays and break down itself. But after absorption of that ultraviolet rays, it break down itself and get converted into oxygen gas. And this oxygen gas is very much important for us, that you know very well. It is our life. Oxygen is our life. So we can understand how much that ozone layer is important for us. One thing it do, it absorb the harmful ultraviolet rays, and second thing, we get oxygen by the breakdown, by the chemical change or by the chemical reaction of ozone with the ultraviolet rays. After this chemical reaction, it break down and we get very useful oxygen gas. So that it is very important that ozone layer is the protective shield for us. So this was about the ozone layer that is present in atmosphere. Now we will go to our major topic, that is rusting of iron. And you are thinking why we are learning this topic again. Even we have discussed in our previous lecture about the rusting of iron. Still in this topic we will discuss again in detail about the rusting of iron and its prevention as well in detail. So what is that rusting of iron? We know that very well. It is a oxidation of iron. Rusting of iron means oxidation of iron. And when the iron left in atmosphere, what happened? It combined with the oxygen and with the moisture of the atmosphere, and after that chemical reaction happened there and oxidation of iron happened there, and after that oxidation we get iron oxide, that we have seen before also. Iron when get combined with oxygen in presence of moisture of water, that is H2O, that is moisture of water means water in the form of water vapor, always water is present in the atmosphere. So it get combined with that iron and we get the iron oxide as a product, and that is nothing but the rust, and this rusting of iron always affect the iron very badly, and it causes a lot of financial loss everywhere we are having a lot of financial loss due to rusting of iron. This huge monetary loss happen every year, everywhere due to rusting of iron, because everywhere we see that many things are made up of irons. The tools are also made up of iron. Again, iron articles, that also we are seeing. Iron articles are made up of iron. Then the bridge material is also of iron. Then building material is also of iron. Then again car, motor and ship bodies, that are also of iron, that are also made up of iron. And when they come in contact with oxygen and humidity or moisture in the air, they get rusted, and it causes a lot of financial loss, a lot of monetary loss. So monetary loss means loss of money. It is called monetary loss. So huge monetary loss takes place because of rusting of irons. So what we can do? So we have to protect iron from the rusting. So we have to protect iron from rusting. For the prevention of rusting, what we have to do? What we can do? That we will discuss here. So how we can protect iron from rusting? So first point is for the prevention of rusting, that we will discuss here, and before that, which increase the rusting of iron, that we will discuss at first. Which things increase the rate of rusting, rate of oxidation of iron? मतलब कौन सी ऐसी चीज है कि जो कि रस्टिंग आयरन की रस्टिंग को बढ़ाती है, क्योंकि रस्टिंग ऑफ आयरन टेक्स प्लेस मोर ड्यू टू विच? सो फर्स्ट इज ह्यूमिडिटी. Humidity in atmosphere. If the humidity is more, the rusting of iron is also more. Where the humidity is more, rusting of iron at that place is more. We can see. So that in coastal area, we can see the iron get rusted early and in a large quantity. So surface of iron get rusted in very large quantity, means the iron body get damaged a lot, get affected a lot in the humid atmosphere and in the coastal area. That is very important. So again, one thing is there, contact of salt water, contact of salty water, that is sea water, any salty water, that is also very important cause for the more rusting of iron. Yes, because of contact of salty water, again we can see the iron get rusted in a large quantity as the humidity. So how we can prevent all that thing, how we can prevent the rusting of iron, that we will discuss one by one here. So the first thing we can do for the prevention of rusting of iron, that is painting. That is painting by oil paint. Painting by oil paint. So painting by oil paint, that is the prevention of rusting of iron. That is the prevention of rusting of iron. Or that thing we can do. It is very common when we paint the surface of iron. When we paint the surface of iron, it will not come in contact directly with the oxygen or with the moisture of the atmosphere. Directly it will not come in contact with the atmospheric oxygen and atmospheric humidity or water vapor. So that rusting is prevented when the surface of iron is painted by oil paint. And greasing of oil also we can do. Greasing of oil also is the prevention of rusting of iron, but it is very temporary. Better is the painting of iron surface by the oil paint. That is the first prevention we can do. Then the next prevention is galvanization. That is galvanization. It is very important. Galvanization, it is very important. So one thing I want to discuss again. We know that the ship body is also made up of iron. Yes, and always it come in contact with humidity also and salty water also. Yes, it come in contact always with humidity and salty water, so that there is very much loss causes due to that salty water and humidity. Yes, and the iron body of that ship get rusted because of that things. So that we have to galvanize or we have to paint that iron body what we are using for the making of ship. So it is the prevention of the rusting of the iron body of ship. So that point is also important to discuss. So we can use galvanized iron body for the making of ship. So what is mean by galvanization? That also we will see. Galvanization means we have to give the layer, we have to layer that surface of iron by zinc or chromium. Means galvanization means it is a layer of zinc or chromium on the surface of iron body. It is a layer of zinc or chromium, that is a form a symbol of zinc and that is a symbol of chromium. Zinc or chromium. So what is mean by galvanization? It is a layer. It is a layer of zinc or chromium on the deposited on the surface. Layer on the surface of any iron body. So this process of layering of zinc and chromium, it is called as galvanization. We can see iron tin sheet. You must have seen anywhere that tin sheet. So this tin sheet are made up of iron. So the tin sheet are always galvanized by the zinc or chromium. These tin sheet are always galvanized mostly by zinc metal. So zinc layer is present on the surface of that iron tin shed, and that's why the rusting of iron is prevented at that place. Okay, in case of tin shed. Again, the pipes of water through which the water is running, that we can see. The pipes through which the water is running, that pipes are also made up of galvanized iron. Galvanized iron means it is layered by zinc metal or chromium metal, and probably zinc layer is used there. So this process is known as galvanization. And this galvanization is very much important for the a very much important process for the prevention of rusting of iron. So all the things are very important according to your 10th standard study. You have to study all the things in 10th standard also. Same things you have to learn there. So that prepare this topic this year very well. So you will get very easy in your 10th standard. Okay. So the next prevention we will discuss. So what is the next prevention? The next prevention is formation of alloy. Formation of alloy. So what is mean by alloy? Alloy is the mixture of metal and metal or metal and non-metal. It is a mixture of metal and metal and metal and non-metal. It is called alloy, and alloy is a result of chemical reaction of metal and metal or metal and non-metal. Yes. So alloy is a chemical combination of metal plus metal or metal plus non-metal as well. So third one, prevention is alloy, formation of alloy. So what is mean by alloy? It is a combination of metal with metal, combination of metal with metal, and again combination of metal with non-metal also. What is the example of alloy which we are using in our daily life very commonly? Stainless steel. Stainless steel is a very common example of alloy, and it is a alloy of iron. There are many types of alloy of different types of metal. Different types of metal is having different types of alloy. So for iron we are seeing here, stainless steel is a alloy of iron. Means it is not a pure iron. In stainless steel, it is a combination of iron plus carbon and plus chromium and or nickel metal. Either we can use nickel, either we can or we can use chromium. Yes, दोनों में से कोई एक यूज करना है, या तो फिर chromium या तो फिर nickel. So what is stainless steel? While making alloy of iron, that is stainless steel, we can use there is use of iron plus carbon, plus chromium, otherwise iron plus carbon plus nickel, that is chromium. And what is the symbol of chromium? That is Cr, and what is the symbol of nickel? That is Ni. It is a symbol of nickel. So stainless steel is formed, stainless steel is formed by the combination of iron plus carbon plus chromium metal, and or by the combination of iron plus carbon plus nickel metal. So by the both combination we can form stainless steel, and as the stainless steel is alloy, it is a chemical reaction. Due to this chemical reaction, alloy, that is stainless steel, is formed, and as it is an alloy, it is having different property than that of the iron. It is having different properties than that of the iron. Iron, we know that iron get rusted due to combination of oxygen and moisture of air, but stainless steel doesn't get rusted due to due to come in contact of oxygen and moisture from the atmosphere. So this is very important and very different property of stainless steel than the iron. So that alloy is very important prevention for the prevention of rusting of iron. Very important prevention alloys. Yes, we can protect rusting of iron from the use of alloy of any metal, alloy of iron here we can say. So this was about the rusting of iron and its prevention. So very important prevention is, first prevention we have seen, painting of iron surface by the oil paint. Second prevention we have seen here, galvanization, that is having a layer of zinc metal or chromium metal on the surface of iron, that is known as galvanization. It is also one type of prevention of rusting of iron, from the rusting of iron. And very important prevention that we have discussed here now, that is the formation of alloy. And very good example is stainless steel. Stainless steel is very common example of alloy, and stainless steel is formed by the combination of iron plus carbon plus chromium, or by the combination of iron plus carbon plus nickel, and it is a chemical reaction. And after chemical reaction, as a result, as a product, we get the stainless steel. And as it is a chemical reaction, it is having different property and it doesn't get rusted due to contact of oxygen and moisture. So it's very important. Note down all that points in your notebook. What I have written here, all that points you have to note down in your notebook. And again, read that topic from your textbook. That is very important. Word to word, you have to read all that topics from your textbook. Then only you can understand better. No way other than that. You must read all that topics from your textbook. Okay? So, students, in our last lecture, in my last lecture, I have asked one question. Which question I have asked? By which process energy is created in our body? Which is that process? Which is that process? Have you thought anything? Have you noted? So that process is chemical process. We know that like photosynthesis takes place in plants for the formation of food. Yes, by using the carbon dioxide and sunlight, they make their food. Plants make their food, and chlorophyll also they use. For that, chlorophyll also very important. And again, in that process, oxygen gas is produced, and that oxygen we use. And here, how energy is created? When the digested food, when the food get reacted with the oxygen in our body, the chemical reaction takes place, and in that glucose is formed as a energy. Glucose is formed as a energy. So that is the chemical reaction takes place in our body. So how energy is created? In the form of glucose, we get energy, and that glucose is formed, that energy is formed due to reaction of food and oxygen in our body. So, what is the byproducts? Again, which products are present, created or formed during this reaction? When the food combined with oxygen, glucose is formed. Always the energy is created there, and carbon dioxide and water vapor, vapor is formed there as a byproduct. Okay. So with this major product energy or glucose, byproduct carbon dioxide and water vapor is also formed. So this chemical reaction happen in our body. It happens in our body. So this is very important. So I hope you understood well this topic. So what I have given instruction, follow that very strictly, then you will understand better. And as I told, that topic is very important according to your further study. In 10th standard also you will study it again. Thank you.